Hey y'all, thanks for checking out Euclid Mining. So yeah, it's day 5 of lockdown, 30 days, no electricity usage, and it's miserable. And again, I've shut down for that sole reason for 30 days, just really to set the baseline of what we're using in electricity in the house, because it's getting a little confusing to what I'm using and what, even though my PDUs tell me one thing, it's a difference of opinion here at the house. So 30 days, but that doesn't mean I'm not still looking towards the future. I've been looking at some of these ASICs. I've been looking at some other ones, and we're going to talk about them tonight. GPU mining right now isn't profitable. I don't think there's a single card out there that is profitable right now, and it was a thought that if you ever wanted to get somebody into mining, or kind of that break-in device, whatever it might be. Maybe it's a helium miner if you want to bang a brick into your head, but super cheap to use, and it does make some money, but it's a bit of a pain to set up because if you don't have the antenna high enough anyway, you know how helium miners are. So maybe that's not the route. So then I started thinking about other ASICs and, started looking around and, excuse me, had a little dinner. Goldshell, has some great miners, and they're not that bad. The KD Box Pro 450, you see that, excuse me, on other sites, and it goes for 550, 650. So to get it straight from Goldshell for 450 is not a bad number. There's the SC box, the LB box, the HS box, and I think there was the CK box. Now I was going to buy one of these the other day because it's so cheap at 175. Um, you know, and it always sells out immediately, and I didn't pull the trigger and get it, so I lost out on getting that. And what I was thinking was, I started looking at these. I threw them all into the cart just to look at the numbers, and I was thinking, well, what do my pockets, have right now? What do I have to really spend? I mean, who's really spending more money right now? Well, I started looking at some of the profitability, and let's take a look at some of these. So let's go over here. So we'll start with let's do the SC box. We'll start at the top. The SC box is making 12 cents a day. Not bad. The SC box is at $280. So, it's not cheap, but it is cheap. I mean, look, I'm talking from my perspective. I don't have deep pockets. I know probably a lot of people that watch my channel don't have deep pockets. Maybe some of you do. I can't afford to drop, 1,500 or 2,000 bucks on a miner right now, especially with the way things are. And I know we're all just spec mining, especially if you're GPU mining. We're all spec mining, and for ASICs, I'll tell you, there's got to be 95% of everybody is spec mining. I think there's a few out there that go for $15,000, and then you could make some money too. But relative to what you've spent on it, is the same idea that we're looking at here, just a smaller version. So, it really. This is more in my ballpark. And I've wanted to spec mine some of these, and these are super easy to set up. They're really not that loud, about 35 decibels. The price is pretty decently. They use close to no electric when you, in the grand scheme of things, 175, 200, 250 watts. Not much at all. So it's pretty low, and it's a great way to get into mining if somebody wasn't a miner and they were thinking about getting into crypto. This is a great thing to kind of break the ice, to get them in that starter package. It's just, sounds like a salesman. And none of this is financial advice. Do what's best for your pocket or pocketbook. But for me, I've wanted to get these things, and for the price to run them, and the spec mining potential, obviously, because that's what we're doing now, right? And again, I've said it in my other videos, people need to stop selling so much. I know as soon as anything does a little good, people sell because they're just trying to get some money out in this bear market. And that's what's just holding it back even further. So really, I'm sitting on a lot of my stuff. If I've converted any of my crypto to maybe buy something, but otherwise I'm just sitting on everything that I get. I'm not selling. So these are just some things that I thought for spec mining, and you could just kind of leave them somewhere. And I'll tell you what, also, it's getting to be colder and colder where I live. It's fall. It's in North Carolina. It's getting chilly, and it's only getting colder. And one of these little boxes set up in a room, just putting out a little heat, probably save you $1 on your electric bill. Probably don't have to have the heat up so high. I don't know what your situation is. Maybe you're in a big old house and this is nothing. But for me, to throw one of these in a room, to warm it up and not have to turn the heat on, maybe that'll save me $1. Maybe it would offset the cost to even run this. So it's basically, sort of free to run, because if I had ran my electricity on the heater, it would have cost even more than running this, perhaps. So I don't know. These are things you got to be creative during these times, right? There's no way around that. Anyway, let's look at the SC box. Not doing too bad, 12 cents. Let's look over here at the SC box, and it's saying it's making 22 cents over here on what to mine. On ASIC miner value, it's saying it's making 12 cents. So, quite a bit of a difference, 12 cents to 22 cents. Who's to say there? Let's look at the next one real quick. Actually, while we got that up, why don't we also, we're looking at the SC, look over at what's it doing? So here we are here on mining pool stats, and what we're looking for here, we're looking for this number here to be going like this, and we're looking for this number here to go like this, right? That's the trick. And right now, it just seems like this number is always going like this, and this number is always going like this. We need the exact opposite. Here we see the price has dropped. It did start to come up a little bit, drop back down. This is only 7 days. This is 6 months. It's at 10.65. It has dropped down a little bit. It was, I guess, around 11. Seems to be where it was going across, and then it popped up a little bit. So a little bit of action in here, but then it's dropped back off, and so has the difficulty here. So this one, we'll see. Let's see if this price starts to move a little bit better. This has been pretty stable. It has come down quite a bit. I say stable as in across in here, but it has come down. So, and when Ethereum went away, we saw all the difficulty just skyrocket. Now, a lot of the GPU mineable coins, you can see the difficulty has been dropping more and more, but a lot of these ASICs haven't been. They've been staying going, and if not, going up a little bit. So there's the SC box. Let's look at the next one down. It's going to be the KD Box Pro. Got it right here at 35 cents. Over here, 46 cents. So it looks like we're another 10 cents difference from the SC box and the KD box, both up 10 cents more on this one. But let me tell you something, 46 cents profitability, if that's really what it is, that's kind of amazing. Almost, 46 cents a day, how insane is 46 cents a day? I'm about to do a backflip here at the chair. But, let's look at that one also. Here's the Cadena. So it looks like price has come down quite a little bit in the last week, and difficulty has just been steadily increasing and going up and up and up. So that's definitely not what we want to see. This is more typical of what we've been seeing, lowering here, hiring over here, or raising over there. Let's look at the next, the LB box. So let's look over here. So the LB box, so you're losing 7 cents a day. And again, this is tough. If you want to get somebody into crypto mining and they're like, look, the price is pretty cheap. It's going to cost you, the LB box is going to be, 205. But you're also going to be losing 7 cents a day. So it's kind of like, we'll spend this money and then spend even more money. So it's kind of tough to sell that to someone who you're trying to maybe say, hey, if they're on the fence, that might not be the one, but the price is pretty good. And you can always say that, of course, you're spec mining and only losing 7 cents a day. What are you losing? Like just $3, $2 a month, realistically, as a loss. If you were to keep all of it, let's look over here. So we're doing the LB. Now here it's saying you're making 3 cents a day, but realistically, this is what it is right here. So you're making 42 cents a day, and that's what you're sitting on. You're spec mining. It's looking towards the future, and that's, I think, the biggest selling point. If you had someone that was on the fence, so that's the what did I say? LB, wrong one, right over here. So, well, it was doing reasonable this past week, and then it seems like it slid down and then it's dropped off right there, and difficulties come down, and now difficulties gone back up. Quite a little dip in there, but it has gained more traction and gone back up. So again, not exactly what you're looking for. And look at the HS box. So here's the HS box, 1 cent a day at a loss. And over here, the HS box is at 3 cents a day positive. So, again, let's just say that's even break even. And that's not a bad selling point if someone was, like I said, again, on the fence. That's a break even. So what's where do we have the HS right there? Yeah. So now look at the HS though, and this is exactly what we're not exactly, but pretty darn close to what we're looking for. We're looking for this number to be going up and this number to be coming down. And this number has been steadily coming down over the past 6 months. And over the past week, this has been reasonably moving upward in that direction. It's definitely a little spike. It dropped back down. Of course, people see the spike. They probably dumped a bunch of what they had. And it dropped, but then it still found itself going up a little bit more. So that's the idea. This is going this way. This one is going this way. So that one has potential. And that's the handshake. And that one's going for $180. So for $180 for, basically a break even box, that's not that bad. That's a nice Christmas gift or a holiday gift of sorts, perhaps during the Hanukkah or perhaps even you give gifts at Thanksgiving. I don't know what you do for your holidays, Thanksgiving or way, but maybe this is something that, maybe this is not for each of your buddies. I don't have enough to buy one for each of my buddies, but maybe, that special someone. Look, I'm not sponsored by Goldshell or anything like that. I'm just looking at these because I was thinking I might look to get a couple of these. So I'm looking at these and I'm thinking, what are the ones I'd want? Now, I would love to get one of each because I would love to just spread it across and spec mine a lot of different ones. And I know I was kicking and screaming before about that, not downloading all of these wallets. And I'll tell you what, comments down below if you found a wallet that supports a whole ton of coins. Because I've been looking and it seems like I have a lot of core wallets. Looks like I have to have, 2 or 3 other wallets to really support the different coins and tokens that I'm mining. And I'd really like to try to find one that had the majority of them. And I haven't found that one yet. So, and, putting them on exchanges, not your key, not your crypto. I hear son of a tech saying that all the time. And that's the truth. You could take that to the bank. Because, a lot of these exchanges, they shut down. A lot of these places, and if you got your money on there because they support that currency, you never really know. So really some DeFi wallet, something where you can really, something that would really support a lot of these. But comments down below, I'd love to find some more. I've been trying to do a little research on that and you certainly can help. And of course, if this video helps you at all, throw me a thumbs up because I really appreciate them. But, if I was to get, let's say I was going to spend around, I don't know, $700. I don't know. Look, I'm not done with mining. Look, I'm going through 30 days lockdown, right? I don't know if I have some graphic, lockdown. But the truth is that I'm looking right after 30 days to fire stuff back up. And if you think I'm joking, I'm not. I've even debated on throwing some of those L3s because I've been doing that 9 coin. And I thought about just, I've seen some action on that coin, which is really a little crazy, but that L3 does it. And it's, again, straight up spec mining. I wouldn't even recommend it, but I'm going to throw a bunch behind it and toss a couple bucks at it, whatever. Anyway, if I was to get this one, so 4, and if I wanted that one, 4, 6, 7, 30, so about 730 for the 2 of those, or I could get this, and this. So I could get 3 of them if I got one of each of those and didn't get the KD box. I could get 2, 4, 5, 665. So 665 for those 3. Those 2 and this one, the SC, the LB, and the HS. Or I could go for these 2. I could go for this one and any one of these, really. The SC box, obviously, let's look at this one because it looks better. The SC box would be 22 cents, and that KD box at 46 cents. Let's get down to realistic, maybe, and this is a little different. Let's look at the worst end, right? Let's just always try to find the worst scenario. Just to make sure. And let's check this out too. Yeah, I'm at 12 cents here. Let's bring that back down a little bit. let's refresh that. Let's get that price in there. Is that in there now? Oops. There it is, apply. All right, now let's look at that. Oops. KD box, okay, 46 cents. And 46 cents. You know what that was, what it was? Without the power was here was 10 cents and the other one was 12 cents. So that's where we're getting those numbers from. So they look better. The SC box at 22 cents and SC box at 24 cents. So yeah, these are a little better. So, I mean, you look at these, the KD box, the SC box, the other ones are all going to be a little negative. I mean, this one is break even for the LB. The LB is break even. The HS is just a touch under. Well, on this one, it still says you're making money. Over here, it says you are, for the HS, you're making 6 cents. So the HS, you're making 6 cents. LB, you're breaking even. And the CK, now the CK is the one they sold out of, and that one you're losing 1 cent a day. But realistically, I know this isn't much money, but you're not losing money. How about that? How about that? Does that sound fun? Sounds fun for me. So I would love to get 3 of these just so I can line them up. But I'll be honest, I think I'm going to get these 2. So let's go ahead and see what we can do here. Let's update that and see what my final total would be. 730. What do you think? I think I'm going to get those 2. So I'm going to have to go ahead and blur a bunch of stuff out as I put some information in here, and then we'll get to the checkout page and I'll hop back over. All right, so I got that up, and let me go over to my, so you have to pay with Coinbase. It's the only way to do it. You get the address right here. You get the total amount there. So I just went ahead on the page on the other screen, my super secret page, and it's my Coinbase. So I've got the amount that I just copied here. I copied the address. We'll click continue over here, and we will verify everything. And we will click send now. So now it wants my authenticator, which is cool. Let's see. Coinbase over here. Sending that. So it's talking. All right, it says it is done. So I am hoping that if we leave this page open, that it will confirm it as soon as the trade goes through on this side, or the payment goes through on this side. Let's just see. So I'm going to pause it while it does all this, and we'll see if this changes over here. All right, so that went through pretty quick. I paused it, and I was paused for maybe 15 seconds, and there it is. So I got a lot of this blurred out. But yeah, there we go. So we got ourselves a couple Goldshells, and let's see how long they take to get here. And I am super excited to get those. Maybe they'll get here in the next couple of weeks, just as I get out of my mining jail, and I'll be able to fire those up. So look, I appreciate y'all checking in. If the video helped or you enjoyed watching, definitely give me a thumbs up. And this 30 days is not the end, but just the beginning. So you know me. Take it easy. I'll see y'all next time.